Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to finally be refreshing my everyday makeup drawer. I haven't done one of these videos in so long, and each time I say I want to get back into every 2 or 3 weeks refreshing my stash, and I'm constantly behind, aren't I? Now, since I'm working on so many project pan items, I am going to be pulling out anything that is not a project pan and then rolling in new products to replace those. Obviously, this is the Shop My Stash. This is the hot mess that my drawer is looking like now. I recently got this new organizer and I tried to make it work for this space, but then I don't like what's going on here. This is going so well, isn't it? Huh? So just a quick overview of what is in here. I have face masks that are open, as well as a hand cream over here. My extra moisturizer, hand cream, and the debronzy from Drunk Elephant. Here are my base products, my eye and lip products, cheek products, and then these are all of the palettes that have made their way into this drawer. Way too much. All right, I'm not really sure how best to go about this. It's been so long since I filmed one of these videos, and this drawer has gotten super full. Let's just start here. I have 2 primers and 2 powders. Those are all in projects. However, these products are not, and I've been using them a ton, so I would like to switch them out for something else in my collection. I've been using the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Foundation. This is not my favorite. It looks really heavy and dry on my skin, and the shade is really weird. It has a very peachy or orangey undertone. Like, I'm neutral warm leaning, and it's just a very strange undertone for me. They have a crappy shade range. Overall, I'm not a fan, but I've used this like 15 times since I pulled it in, so I'm ready to try something new. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I ran the kids to the living room to play and ran back here as fast as I could, so now I'm out of breath. Okay, Dose of Colors concealer. I have been testing this out. I got the shade 5, and this looks very dry on my under eyes, even if I have a decently heavy eye cream on from the morning. It's not my favorite. I'm going to try it more in the summer. It might be a little light for me then, but I think my skin won't be as dry then, and I might like it more. But so far, not really a fan. My white mixer just stays in here. It's almost half gone, just for when I need it. And I've been using this spray a ton. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. This has been great on my dry winter skin, but again, I've been using this for months and I'm just ready for something new. Let's hop over to the cheek products. So yesterday, or like late last night, I uploaded the Panners Pan update. So that's already up on my channel, but in that video, I was like, oh, this seems to have a crack in it. That's strange. I didn't notice that before. And now, I set y'all like right here without you falling. Oh, you can see me. And then I opened it today, and this is what it looks like. I think it's because like you kind of bend this packaging as you open it. It's just like thin plastic, but I don't currently have a compact I can repress this into. I was thinking of buying a couple just plain cosmetic compacts on Amazon or something so I can have some to repress. And this is also a bit dark for me, and this bronzer is a bit light for me, which I have been working on. Now, there's still so much product in here. It's not something I'm going to do right away. Both of these are in projects. But I was kind of thinking, like, what would happen if I mixed the two? Maybe a project for another day. These are all in projects except for these two. These are both pulled in by Wyatt. In my last Shop My Stash, my kids chose my makeup, And I used the butter bronzer quite a few times actually. I only used my Temptu liquid shimmer bronzer one time. This shade is a bit dark for me right now, but it does work for me in the summer, and also it has that like goldeny glow to it, and that's more of a look I go for in the summer again. So I did use it once, but I'm ready to put this back. And also I had like 5 bronzers in my everyday makeup drawer. I need to just get rid of these 2. This like propping you guys up here seems to actually be working pretty well. I'm really not happy with how this is organized. Like, it's a deep acrylic bin and it has all of my eye and lip products in here. So I think, I'll pick you up for a second, I need another smaller bin within this bigger bin to maybe put my lip products in, and that would keep me a little more organized because this is not very full for being such a huge basket. But that's a problem for another day. A lot of these are in projects, so I'm just going to start pulling things out and letting you know. Okay, these 5 lip products are all in my whole collection project pan. I'm just going to set them up top to get them out of the way. I do have 2 lip balms in here, but I think I'm just going to keep these in until I finish them before pulling in new lip balms. I do have some in my new makeup drawer, the makeup drawer of shame, but especially the Sugar Rush one, because I'm sticking my finger in it. I think now that I've opened it, I've been using it for a while now, I just am going to see these through before pulling in something else. I am going to pull in a new brow pencil. I have been using this one for quite a while, the NYX brow pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I do quite like it, but there's still quite a bit of product left. I mean, it's still going. So it's not like I'm going to finish this anytime soon, so I'll just pull in something else. My ABH Brow Wiz is not in a project, but this is starting to feel like it's almost gone. So I'm just going to keep this in and finish it off soon. This, I will feel really good about this makeup empty. I recently pulled in, don't worry about Emmett, he is with his brothers and his dad. He is just cutting pretty much all 4 molars at one time and has been miserable for 2 weeks, and I would just like to get some filming done, and he is safe and with, you know, his other parent. So I'm sorry you can hear the baby crying in the background. The Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara I am really loving. I just pulled this in this week because my other mascara was flaking all over my face, which I will talk about in my empties because I wasn't very impressed with that. It wasn't that old, but I am getting crazy length and definition, even some volume with this mascara, and I am loving it. It has a very strange wand on it, and when I saw that, I was not sure I would like it. So it has short bristles on one end, and then it has this like long comb. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's pretty spiky, and I'm poking it. If I poke it against my lash line, it doesn't feel too great, but the results I get with this, I am really enjoying. And I only keep one mascara open at a time. Okay, some eyeliners. I'm going to keep in my Physicians Formula Eye Booster. This is the only liquid liner I have open currently, and I would just like to keep working on it since Physicians Formula is no longer cruelty-free. But these 2 ColourPop liners I've been using a ton. The shade Boots, this hot pink, this stains my waterline. It makes me look kind of ill the next day. Even if I like really get in at my waterline with some micellar water or something, it still does stain a bit, but it's super long wearing, lasts all day, and stays really vibrant. So I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying the next morning when I look in the mirror, every single time I'm like, oh, I look ill, but I'm not. And then this one from the Raw Beauty Christie collab in the shade Woodsy is just a warm brown shade. And again, the lasting power on these I'm really impressed with, not like the old eyeliners. And I got a ton of use out of both of these, like I said. So these will be going back. This lip liner is also in a project. This one is not, but it's the only sharpener that I could find. I have misplaced all of my sharpeners in the move, I guess. So I'm just going to keep this in, so when I need to sharpen my other pencils, I can use this one. Maybe I could just take it off, but then I feel like this lip liner is going to get smeared all in my drawers if I put this away. So I'm not using this product currently, but it's in here. I've been working diligently on my Milani eyeshadow primer. I've gotten through a lot of it in the last few months, but I'm ready to try something new. I have a few new ones in my makeup drawer of shame, and I would like to test them out and have this to fall back on. Like, this is a tried and true trusty old eyeshadow primer that I really enjoy, and I don't like waiting until some of my favorites are completely gone to test something new in case they don't work out for me. So I'm going to put this away for now and test out a new eyeshadow primer, but I do really love this one. I was also testing out this iconic London lip gloss in the shade that is super small, Love Struck. This is very, very similar, where is it, to White Russian, very similar shades, also has that kind of methanol plumping type formula to it. So I only used it twice because I'm trying to pan White Russian and they're virtually the same product. So I'm going to put this away. I did use ColourPop Poppin' one time, and I'm pretty happy with that for it being such a bold shade. And then all these are still in projects. All right, now on to the exciting part. A lot of these are in project pans. I'm a little overwhelmed with eyeshadows. Face palettes are also in here. But let's go through what's in here. This is currently in my whole collection project pan and pan those eyeshadows. I will be rolling out a full collection. I hope to film that later tonight. It might already be up for you actually. But yes, I'm working on this. Trying to hit 30 uses on my ColourPop So Jaded palette. I am halfway there. These aren't really in any order, just however I shoved them in here to fit. I'm working on a shade, a Makeup Geek eyeshadow that happens to be in my Over palette. Okay, I'm not going to go through all these because I feel like if you watch my channel, you know that all these are on projects. Okay, I created three looks for 3 Looks 1 palette on my Instagram, as well as for the Panners pan from my BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Cherry on Top palette. I was really happy to be able to work on a brand new palette in my collection. And the reds in here are stunning. This is what that palette looks like. I have been having so much fun with this, but it's time for it to go away. And then I did 2 looks with the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Pistachio palette. Also very beautiful. I am ready to put this away as well, as I have so many new palettes I would like to get to and it's not in a project. But these formulas are incredible from BH, and I would love to pick up a few more of these Sweet Shop palettes. Projects. Okay, last palette back here is my BH Cosmetics Nude Blush palette. Here is what that one looks like. I did use this a few times. This is something that Max chose for me. Oh, those 3 on the top look very washed out. Max chose this for me in my last Shop My Stash, and I was happy to get use out of it for some variety, but I'm ready to put this away. All right, here's what we're left with. These are all of my project panning items. As you can see, there is still so much in here, but there are definitely some gaps that I'm hoping to fill today. Here is everything that I just pulled out of there, 3 palettes and all this other stuff that we'll be replacing from my makeup collection. So let's go shop my stash. Okay, here we are down in my basement. This is the makeup drawer of shame, and these aren't even all of the new products because I felt like I couldn't comfortably fit anything else in here, which is crazy. Okay, right off the bat, I have filmed one look with the Kaleidos Club Nebula palette with Angelica Nyqvist, and I would like to keep playing with this, and I still need to edit that video, which is terrible. So that's coming upstairs for sure, along with the highlighter I got. I again used this once in that video, I got Star Surfer, which is a light pink. And this, I'm not panning any pink highlighters or anything right now. So I'm looking forward to getting more use out of that. Oh boy. Okay. For foundation, I'm going to take out my Pure 4-in-1 Tinted Moisturizer in LN2. I got this in a boxy charm, and I've been excited to test this out over the next few weeks. For setting spray, I'm hoping to get a bunch of stuff out of here today. The Smashbox Photo Finish setting spray, the Weightless version. I hope this won't be too drying. If it is, I can always, switch it out myself, and save this for summer, but I'm going to pull this in. It was requested that I pull in my Hourglass Scattered Lights. I have the shade Foil, which is like a bronzy gold kind of shade. Looks super beautiful. For brows, I want to pull in my Real Her I Am Inspiring Definer Brow Pencil. This is in a universal shade, so I need to see if this will work out for me. Okay, the Pretty Vulgar Eyeshadow Primer. Let's test this out. The basket's getting pretty full over there. The kids were in here when I did my last Shop My Stash, so I'm feeling like it's pretty messy in here. Lots of blushes and lip products and eyeshadows, which I'm not really in the market for right now. Oh, let's pull in this purple eyeliner from Annabelle. This is a Canadian brand, and I bought a purple to go with the purple shades I'm panning, and it's still in the makeup drawer of shame, so let's bring that as well. And I think that's good for testing new makeup right now. Okay, I'm already feeling a little bit better, of course, until I add my other package, my e.l.f. order back into here, but for now, the makeup drawer of shame is looking a little bit better. Still not much wiggle room back there in palettes. I need to be working on those much more, but for now. Ooh, actually, I want to bring in the Ciate Marbled Lights blush in the shade Date Night, I believe. Where is it? Hello? Oh, I lied. Dusk. The Ciate blush in the shade Dusk. I recently saw someone talking about these Ciate blushes, and I was reminded that I have them in my collection and I've never used it. Who's surprised? Nobody. Oh, that doesn't fit in there. Okay, goodbye makeup drawer of shame until next time. All right, that leaves the only other product I need to replace that I don't have, some in projects, is concealer. And I do have a couple new concealers I just bought from e.l.f., but I'm planning on doing a testing new drugstore makeup video. So I'm going to pull something that, is already open, which makes sense. I'm shopping my stash. Okay, too much explanation. I'm going to pull in my Urban Decay Naked Skin in the shade Fair Warm. This isn't the best shade match for me, but it's also, nice and fair for now that I'm pale as a ghost. And I think I recently used a lot of these, and I'm feeling like my ColourPop one is going to feel a little too drying right now. I'm struggling with some dry under eyes, so I'm hoping that this will be okay, and this will replace the Dose of Colors one that I was working on. All right, so it's mostly new products this time. I usually try and keep, half existing products, half new when I do my Shop My Stash, but because I switched up the whole collection project pan to include the half 10 uses part, I feel like that is going to help me rotate through my collection a little better as well. So for this time, it's mostly new to me, makeup, and that feels pretty good. All right, so here is what my drawer is looking like now with all of those new products in. I'm feeling so relieved to have filmed a Shop My Stash. I was feeling a little a little uninspired by what was in my everyday makeup drawer. And while I didn't switch up a ton, just the product types that aren't in projects, it still feels good to look into my everyday makeup drawer and see some new products to play with. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!